Hello, everybody. This is Scott Shikawa, and we have been covering the contested case hearings out in Hilo. I'm here with our TMT attorney, Douglas Singh.
Yes.
Thank you for being here with us. And, we've been talking a lot about testimony day by day, individual testimony made on both sides of the TMT case. But I wanted to ask Doug about the process, this whole contested case process. After all this testimony is done and it's compiled and documented, what's the next steps in this whole contested case process? Yeah.
So when the testimony concludes, there will be, and all of testimony goes into the record of the case.
Okay.
There will be a court-reported transcript of all of the testimony, and that'll supplement the record, which consists of documents, pleadings, and pieces of evidence, demonstrative exhibits as well. This all gets collected and put into the record. Okay, and then the parties have to propose findings of fact, conclusions of law, based on the record in the case, okay, and make their arguments about, whether TMT is entitled to a conservation district use permit or whether it's not. And so that'll be the opponents, and we, of course, will be arguing that we're entitled to because we met the standards in the law, okay? Then Judge Amano takes those proposed findings of fact, conclusions of law, and she makes a decision from that. She will read it, review it, and then she'll hold argument on it, and then she'll come up with her own decision based on the findings that have been proposed by all parties.
Now, after she makes a decision, is there a period where all sides can contest or challenge decision or position she took?
Yes. So her decision basically is a recommendation to the Board of Land and Natural Resources. It then gets filed with the board. All parties have the right to take exceptions to individual findings or the conclusions or the final order.
Okay.
And they file that with the board, and then the board hears argument, and then they prepare their final decision, which becomes a yes or no on the conservation district use permit.
So once the board gets all the findings back from hearings officer Amano, will they hold their own hearing as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And from
And
there,
there'll be argument, and they'll have questions, and then from there they'll go into executive session and come up with their own decision.
and they decide whether a conservation district use permit should be given
Right.
to allow.
Well, they'll either issue a conservation district use permit for the TMT project, or they will reject it.
So one more question is, if you're just watching this at home on Naleo, how different or how much the same of this is with like a regular court case? I mean, I guess both sides try to make their case. There's no guilty or non-guilty verdict here, but
It is like a regular court case in the sense that you call witnesses,
right.
okay? They get an opportunity to provide testimony, and then the parties have an opportunity to cross-examine the witness. So that, in that sense, there are motions like there are in court, and the judge here, Judge Amano, would decide the motion and rule either in favor or against the motion.
All right. Well, thank you, Doug. Appreciate the legal analysis as usual. And you can catch us. We do updates on the hearings. We have a Facebook updates, and we also have a blog on our website, which is maunakea and tmt.org. So we'll see you at the next hearing.